Good morning, everybody. Welcome to my live stream. We're way out east on Long Island as Mr. Siegel flies overhead. We got the ocean now officially coming up. I should say we got the sunrise officially coming up over the ocean. It's that time of year. Fall is in the air. Of course it is. It's FU Friday. Hopefully you got something to bitch about in a fun way. It's all about fun. Good morning, CM. You are first on the whole damn thing. That's right, you are. What's up, Lewis? Good morning. Good morning, Nick. Good morning, Bob Lord. Thomas Christie, very excited that he's first. No, you're not. You're about, 5 or 6. We got Al. Hi, Al. Oh, what you doing this week? I don't know what I'm doing this week. I know what I'm doing this week. I'm trying to get the last week of summer in, man. Make sure we take advantage of the gloriousness that is the end of summer way out east on Long Island. That's what I'm doing. I'm going to be doing a little fishing. I went swimming yesterday. We walked doggy yesterday. We played some games on the beach yesterday. Opie, love your dog. Thank you, Blukey. Hi, Scott Watson. Good morning to you, sir. Aluminum. What's up, Aluminum Tarmac? Hi, Opie. It's been a while. Good to see you streaming again. Got to make this more regular. I've been regular all summer. I don't think I missed a day. I think I missed like 1 or 2 days since we moved out here in early June. And all these live streams are on my podcast feed, Opie Radio. They're all numbered. The thumbnail is the sunrise coming over that damn ocean. So, you know, those are the ones from out here. All right, Aluminum Tarmac, but good to see you. Very good to see you. It's FU Friday. What bothered you, man? I'm trying to think. I mean, am I going to go a Friday with a sans FU? I don't think I have an FU. Do I have an FU? Man, I don't know if I have an FU. What's up, Andy Volley? Good morning. Good morning, Mike O'Donnell. Good morning, Sarah. Good morning. Thomas Christie. Hey, you watching the AFL? Collingwood play the Melbourne Knees. True rivalry there, bro. Take it easy. What is the Australian Football League, I think, right? You guys are badasses. The Australians play a nasty version of the football, but I don't follow it. I mean, if they throw it on the ESPN, I'll take a peek, but I wouldn't even know where to find that, Thomas Christie. 90% of viewers be like waiting on the Dirty Delish. Yeah, where is the Dirty Delish? Paul, $1.99. Cheers, brother. Hope you have a great weekend. Thank you very much, sir. How is everybody? Everyone good? A little extra lung butter today to get out of these lungs. Richie Rich starts us off with who the man. Earmuffs once again, because what I'm about to say will piss off half of you, and the other half will be like, yeah, that's a good one for today. That's a good one. Kamala Harris is dumb man today. She delivered her speech last night at the DNC. It's dynamite. DNC. Fun. We have fun. Joy. We have joy. A little bit of a contrast between the Democrats and the Republicans this time around. Kamala Harris accepted her party's nomination, even though I don't think she was nominated. They just kind of handed it to her. They basically kicked Joe Biden under a bus, ran him over 3 or 4 times, and then went to Kamala. Here you go. It's yours now. So I don't know what she was actually accepting because, she wasn't officially, I guess she was nominated, but it was in a very suspicious way. But it did have to be done because the Joe Biden, I mean, come on. Joe Biden's is old. It's Trump's old. Nancy Pelosi's old. Chuck Schumer's old. There's a whole bunch of old people down there in Washington. But I think we got to give who the man to Kamala Harris. She delivered her speech last night. She proved to the nation that she's a hardcore liberal. She proved to the nation that they're just going to open up the borders and they're just going to be waving everybody in like this. Oh, that's right. She didn't do any of that. She was smart enough to make sure the people out there watching her speech don't think she's a hardcore liberal, that she leans a little more to the center than you think. That's what they portrayed last night. I don't know what it means. It was a good speech. It was a surprising speech. I didn't think she had it in her to deliver a speech like that. She gave the people out there a little hope. The balloons were fantastic. They had more balloons than ever. People were buried in the balloons. The Secret Service were buried in the balloons. They couldn't even secure Kamala Harris anymore because they were covered in they were going like this in the balloons, trying to get a sight line on the Kamala Harris. But it was a pep rally. It was a rah for the last few days. All that's supposed to happen. What's really interesting, earlier this summer, Trump got shot at. I think he got nicked by a bullet. I don't think it did much of anything in the end, but he survived. He turned his head at the right time, and he survived an assassination attempt. That's pretty badass. And then everyone's going, oh my God, he's going to win this thing in a landslide. He's going to win this in a landslide. He's going to win this in a landslide. And then, then also the Democrats go, you know what, watch what we do. And they kicked the Biden under the bus, ran him over a few times, handed the thing to Kamala Harris. And now, as we sit here today, you're like, Kamala Harris now has a shot at this thing. But with that said, the pregame is over. The RNC had their fun. The DNC had their fun. And now it's game on. Now the next 70 days or so are going to be very, very interesting. But it's simple, man. She's the headline all over the world today. So Richie Rich, like it or not, for some of you, Kamala Harris is the man today. Jedi Grind with the $10. F you getting old. It's my birthday, and I'm 47. You're 47 years old, Jedi. Happy birthday to the Jedi. If you guys don't all start saying happy birthday to the Jedi in the chat, I don't know. You must be an animal. You must also have laughed when Tim Walls' son was screaming, "That's my dad." Hey, man, I told the truth about that. I told the truth about that the other day. I said, that was a hell of a moment with the Gus Walls crying. Has a little something wrong with him. I said he has a little something wrong with him, and that pissed off some people. But the reality is, look, he has something wrong with him. But I guess you're not even supposed to say that in this day and age. Oh, okay. But and then he's crying and pointing at his dad. That's my dad, and everyone's crying. And I had a moment, and I said, you know what? I'm going to admit to these people that I had a little moment. And then these animals, these savages, come out of the woodwork and make fun of you, make fun of the kid. What is wrong with people? And I even said, even if you don't like the Tim Walls, that's a hell of a human moment that you witnessed. F you to the end of summer, but please wish Jedi Grind a happy birthday today. He's the only reason I'm live streaming today. I'm not even going to lie to you. This guy's giving me $10 almost every day. So I'm like, you know what? I got to do a live stream for Jedi Grind. Of course I do. Good morning, Open Squad. Happy birthday, Jedi Grind. There you go. There's a good egg, John Quartz. I expected nothing less from the John Quartz down there in Philly. I have missed tons of live streams. Work has been hectic. Glad to see the regulars. What's up, Bob Lord? But you could listen to them on my podcast feed, Opie Radio. You don't need to look at the face. You don't need to look at the face, as Dice would say. You can just listen to the audio in your car. All right. Yo, Opster. Oh yeah. So now, thank you, Aluminum Tarmac. So now it's all about Kamala Harris, but quickly today, it's going to be about Trump because he's doing a rally. And RFK is going to be there, and he's going to be dropping out of the race, and he's going to be endorsing Trump. So then now it moves back to Trump in this little boxing match that we got. I wished I don't like that RFK dropped out of the race. There's a lot of supporters that like the RFK, and it would be nice to actually be able to vote for, a third option in America. So I don't like that. I wish some of these third options would go all the way so we could vote for the fella the fella in this case. But yeah, he's going to be dropping out today, and he's going to be endorsing Trump. That's going to be the big news later on today, and that's going to wipe some of the Kamala Harris stuff, out of the papers, and off your TVs. Donald just gave me $20. What is it? My birthday too? Holy crap! Greetings from Wisconsin. Wisconsin is a swing state. Who are you voting for, Donald? Did the Kamala Harris thing impress you at all? Who are you voting for? But Donald, thanks for your $20. Wait, do I hear a chant? Do I hear a chant in the distance? Do I hear, if we're all very, very quiet? Oh, Michael Donald just gave me $5. Is it back to the city for Monday? It's back to the city very, very soon. Very, very soon. I'm not happy about it. But I hear a chant in the distance. I hear it. If you listen, you might be able to hear. Run.
Right here. First of all, good morning. Listen. Let me first say, happy birthday, Jedi Grind. Dude, that's so weird. Is it Jedi Grind?
You got to know Jedi Grind, because when I'm buying your beers at Get Parts, it's from my pocket money, and most likely it's from Jedi Grind. So when you enjoy your delicious beers at Get Parts, just know that Jedi Grind most likely bought it for you. All right.
But first of all, happy birthday, Jedi Grind. But this is what's crazy, dude. Yeah. I have that video.
What video?
I have a video called Jedi Grind. It's a porno. It's a Star Wars porno. I'm not even joking.
What?
I have a porno called Jedi Grind. It's a Star Wars themed porno.
Are you serious?
I swear to God, Jedi Grind is a fucking porno. You, sir, win the day.
Oh my.
Yeah, Jedi Grind is a fucking porno. I'm not joking.
And what is the plot of the porno without, getting me in trouble?
Darth Vader gives it to the Leia.
Darth.
Darth Vader.
Darth is the star of the Jedi Grind Star Wars porno?
Yeah, he tortures her for the secrets to the Death Star.
And coincidentally, you got the porno mustache, Ron. We haven't talked to you in a couple weeks. That mustache is coming in nice with the soul patch.
Yeah, I've been cultivating it. I've been taking care of it. A little fertilizer.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
Did you watch the DNC? Did you watch the Kamala Harris last night? Did you stay up late for any of that, or?
I'm going to tell you right now.
All right.
She has Kamala Harris has absolutely caught that Obama magic. I haven't seen this type of enthusiasm since Obama. And by the way, the DNC convention is, dude, that's must-see television. It's so goddamn entertaining.
It was fun.
Yeah, and I'll piggyback on what you said with Tim Walz's son. Yeah. Oh my God, that was a tearjerker. However, I have to correct you. He wasn't screaming, "That's my dad," because he's nonverbal. He's nonverbal, and he's like extremely autistic, so he can't even talk. And he was mouthing, "That's my dad," like.
Yeah, that's what I mean, though. You knew what he was saying, so
right.
Maybe he's not nonverbal, because I saw what he was saying.
That couldn't have gotten more Midwest. Like that won the election right there. That was like Rudy.
Yeah, but people, it's so weird because they're dug in so deep with their politics that they can't admit to themselves that was a human moment. So they had to say, no, it wasn't, and then make fun of it. And I don't know what's wrong with people. You could still support Trump. You could still support your Republicans or whoever you support, but to not lay that on the side for a moment and go, wow, as a human being living this life among everybody else, that was a moment.
I mean, if you don't have a heart, that was come on, you're right.
Well, I mean, I got the S crap that kicked out of me on the Twitter because I admitted it. I admitted that I admitted it, Ron. I had a couple tears, and I like to try to control my tears, right? I like to try to control them and keep them up here, keep them there on the surface of the eyeballs. But I was like, F it, and I let a few just roll down my cheeks. That's right, I did that, Ron.
Everyone did. Everyone did. No, I did.
Not everyone. There's a bunch of sociopaths out there. Oh, yeah. Good God. Good God. Is it Mike's birthday too? Happy birthday to Mike. All right. But I mean, it's all nonsense though, because they're talking to the converted at the DNC. If you turn on the Fox, they make it sound like it was the worst thing ever. That's what's so weird in this country.
Yeah.
Because when the RNC was happening, the same thing on not necessarily CNN, because CNN is starting to try to balance out their panel a little bit. They're bringing more Republicans onto the panel, which I like. I like that there's Democrats and Republicans on the panel. I like that a lot. So CNN, not so much, but certainly MSNBC was trashing the RNC. So it's just weird. It's just no one's being honest with each other out there.
Well, if you want to get weird, it's going to get weirder later today because RFK Jr. is going to have a press conference with Trump at the Arizona border, and RFK is going to give his endorsement to Trump.
Yeah, that's too bad. I was hoping RFK would go the distance because we really need some of these stronger third options to go the distance so we get used to voting for a third person. Because it's so weird that we call ourselves a democracy and all that, and we only have two choices. Other countries have a ton of choices, Ron.
RFK Jr. did not want to drop out of the race. The issue was he was running out of money. Straight up running out of money.
So there's no reason why you have to drop out of the race. At that point, I guess you just don't campaign as much, and you just sit at home and wait for the actual election at that point.
Well, there's also another tafu is that he's on the ballots in 7 states, and I don't think they can take him off the ballot.
No, that happens all the time, but people understand like they shouldn't.
Oh, okay, that's so right.
They figure it out in the voting booth, certainly.
Well, I mean, the real question is, it's really down to 2 or 3 states who that's going to decide who wins this election.
Yeah,
and literally, and RFK giving his support to Trump. Does that tip the balance back to Trump in those 2 or 3 swing states? We're talking Pennsylvania, states like that.
Oh, you only know one swing state. I noticed, Ron.
That's not true.
All right, give me another swing state.
Arizona's a swing state.
Very good.
Wisconsin's a swing state.
Very good.
I don't know. Delaware's not a swing state. That's Biden's. So I got 3.
Huh?
Michigan's a swing state.
Yes, very good.
Yeah. And what's the other one? Are we missing one, I think?
I want to say, I was hoping you would get
off. Oh, no. It's like, no. The North Carolina.
North Carolina? Is that a swing state?
Yes, it is. Yes, it's very close.
What about like Minnesota?
Minnesota has gone Democrat like for the last 4 or 5 presidential. It's always close, but Minnesota has always voted Democrat, but the margins are very, very, very close.
Let me look up what are the swing states. I think we have most of them, but that's what's so stupid. Most of the election has already been figured out. It's really down to the rest of America just stares at these other states and they go, "You better do the right thing."
Is New Mexico a swing state? I'm not sure.
No.
Okay.
I'm gonna go. All right, here we go. Oh my God, it's a map where it's like, oh my
it's God, Arizona.
What are the swing states in 2024? That'll help us. No,
Michigan.
Oh my God, I don't need advice on allergies. Oh, will you just get me to my thing? I don't know. Nevada, Arizona, Minnesota, Wisconsin, Pennsylvania. Yeah, we more or less have them.
You know what? If you want to really simplify it, who wins Pennsylvania wins the election. That's really what they're saying, because Pennsylvania has the largest number of delegates.
Right.
Whoever wins Pennsylvania will win the election. Nostrani has spoken.
Well,
And
no, you're
let me.
supposed to say will win the White House. They like to say will win the White House.
Oh, okay. All
Yeah.
right.
So,
And
Ron,
let me.
enough of this
Go ahead.
crap. Who cares? In the end, who cares? Kamala Harris. Here's the headline. She did a fine job with her speech last night. I think she surprised a lot of people. People call her the female Obama. She's got a lot of energy right now, and people are very, very excited. Or not everybody, though. Half the country hates her guts, and the other half is very, very excited. And now the race really begins today.
Yep.
All right. Yeah. That's the headline.
Yeah.
What else is going on with you, Ron?
And before I just want to say she looked very, very powerful on stage last night. That's what I'll say. What else is going on?
You know who looked really sexy?
Oh,
Elizabeth Warren.
First of all, she's from Massachusetts. She's a senator. Dude, she got like a 5-minute standing ovation. Did you expect that?
She's a weird broad. Let's be honest with each other. She's got like the same suit that she's been wearing for 12 years. It's weird.
Well, and she also looks like the governor of Massachusetts, who's a lesbian. Did you know that? The governor of Massachusetts is a lesbian.
Really?
Yeah. Maybe my mother knows her.
a laplica. Laplica, yeah. Ron. No, I'm talking about Gretchen. See, this is going to bother people, though, because then they're going to go, oh, are you a lib? Are you a snowflake? No, I'm not. I just noticed when MILFs are hot. This broad is hot.
Who's that, Gretchen?
Gretchen Whitmer.
Oh, from the governor of Michigan?
Oh, my God. Yeah. She was talking last night. I had no idea what she was saying. I was just looking at her fine lipstick and her eyes. And I was just like, I was in dreamland. I was falling in love.
Opie, you're onto something. She has the look of, if you ever like watch like vintage porn, where you know what I mean, it looks like from the 1940s. She looks like she's in vintage porn. She's a very sexy woman.
1940s porn. That's gotta be gross.
No, 1940s, but like you ever seen 1970s porn where like they have like an afro for a bush. That's what she looks like. She has a big fluffy bush. Smells like soap.
Oh, yeah, all right, man. All right. It smells like unfortunately, I'm old enough. Ron's old enough. There's a few of you're old enough to remember the giant. Let's just say the giant. The giant. Let's just say the giant. We don't even have to say the next word. What'd you do to your audio?
Oh, Opie, what did you do?
No, you did it again, Ron. It's
you
not
didn't hear
Ron.
Me?
Oh, what?
I'm gonna fix it.
What'd you do?
I don't know.
Why do you keep fiddling about every time we try to do this? We had a good rant going.
No, don't you worry. Don't you worry. Opie, I'm gonna be back in 2 minutes. Just keep the conversation going. Sorry.
With who? Myself and Ron. Every time with this Ron. Every time. I was gonna say that you gotta give me and some of us older people a little bit of a break, because we come from a time where it was there was a jungle to navigate, and it would sometimes smell like your grandma's closet. Everyone's laughing at Ron. It's not a Ron appearance without him just fiddling with something and messing up the audio. We had a good back and forth going right there. You need super tips. Yeah, I need super tips. Waver, you're 100% right. It is FU Friday. It is Super Chat Friday. I'm trying to think of something that pissed me off this week, and I think I had a decent week. I really think I had a decent week. Yeah, man, I think I'm good. But that's the big news. The DNC thing is over. They dropped their dumb balloons. In the end, it was a lot of fun to watch. But in the end, it doesn't matter. The real race begins like today. So Ron looks like a porn star today. Yes. I don't know what he did. This is literally the fourth time Ron, the waiter, has been on my live stream. Things are going well. And then he fucking touches something. F you to rising prices on everything. Yeah, man. I agree with you on that. That's but see, I was going to say, I will vote for the person that will get our gas prices down. Look, the basic shit of living a life is completely out of control, and whatever candidate can do that for us, but we don't know. It's a shot in the dark. I mean, they're both promising, but the problem is that Kamala Harris is part of the administration as we sit here being just choked out by the prices of everything. So that's kind of got to be a little awkward as she's trying to tell us that she's going to make everything better. All right, here he is.
All right,
Ron.
Yeah, I won't touch my earbuds again. Don't worry.
Just stop touching things.
I know. I touched too much. I touched too much.
We had a good thing going, and now we're sitting in stupid traffic, and we have to fucking get up to speed again. You idiot!
Sorry, everybody.
Don't touch anything. I was talking about the Giants and how people got to give us a break because there was a time that no one believed in. Literally no one believed in a razor in general. From head to toe, no one believed in a fucking razor, and we had to navigate and try to find. We had to try to find things.
I prefer a big fluffy.
Don't say the word. Don't say the word. You prefer a big fluffy one?
I prefer a big fluffy flower because that's what nature intended. Have you ever seen some with when they're all shaven? It looks like they have like a rash and a burn and acne. You know what I mean?
I didn't hear a word you said because as soon as you said a big fluffy, I'm like, wow, this guy had sex with his mom.
Opie, I'm not joking. My mother would walk around naked with her girlfriend, and they both had fluffies.
They had big fluffy ones.
But by the way, not just fluffies there, like under the pits.
Wait a minute. So so you saw your mom's girlfriend? They're not married, right? A few times. You saw her naked too? If you live together, every now and then you walk by. They don't close the bed. They don't close the bedroom door, so I have to walk by their bedroom door to get to my bedroom door, and they're naked, laying on the bed. Like they would lay on the bed naked. Like I would have, they keep their bedroom door open. And just like Tim Walls' son. Ron the waiter's going, that's my mom! That's my mom! As they're going to town on their fluffies. Fluffies. I kind of like the word, man. I kind of like how we can work around some of this stuff because these social media platforms, they're a little squirrely. You don't know what they're going to accept.
I think they had an Afro pick just to fluff it.
Wow. All right. What else you got today? Let's get out of the politics because it drives people insane, as we all know.
Now, I'm going to tell you something that happened to me 4 days ago, Opie, and it really did shake me a little bit.
Really?
Yeah. So let me just give you the background so you don't think I'm crazy. So my father, I came from this background. My father's sister is a medium. She's a psychic.
Wait, you didn't tell me that?
Yeah, she is.
Okay.
And matter of fact, she had her own like radio and television show on local cable access in Brockton, Mass. She taught a course at the university, the community college. And my mother is extremely psychic. So I really do have it on both sides of my family. And it's not like, this is not foreign to me. I grew up in this environment where I don't believe in organized religion. It's the universe. I believe in the universe is a very special place. Anyway, so let me tell you what happened.
I have to say something. I have to say something because I don't believe in organized religion either. And we're doing a little back and forth. And don't worry, we're going to get your story out, Ron. It's going to be the big get on this live stream. I guarantee the people. I believe in spirituality. I don't believe in organized 100%. Religion. And I think like all of a sudden, there was this like dude walking with another person, and that other person was the devil, and the devil said, "What is that?" And the dude said, "This is spirituality." And then the devil said, "Give me that. Let me organize it for you." Huh?
All
right.
You know, newsflash, Opie, you, me, and everyone else has been here. So we keep getting reincarnated.
Oh,
and that, you understand? Do you believe in reincarnation?
Yeah, it bothers me because this life was pretty good for me. And I don't want to come back as like,
well, you know what they say.
I don't want to come back as like a street person in India. I'll be completely honest with you. You know, where I have to cut off my own fucking foot to try to make some money to eat. That's why I don't like reincarnation, because I was fortunate enough to have a damn decent life. You know, look at all this, Ron. And then reincarnation, I'm like, that's truly my thought. I'm like, oh my God, wait, this life goes away and I come back as a beggar in India that has to cut off his own goddamn foot, Ron.
Opie, can I answer your question?
Sure.
So when someone has a life that you're talking about, first of all, don't ever judge that person, because the reason you're having a very comfortable life now is because maybe the life before was very difficult. Maybe you were in war, or you're resting up for your next turn here. That's what the guides say. So never like don't ever be jealous of someone like you, because we don't know what happened to you in the past life, or you're resting up for what's coming up. And that's a real thing. So
all right. Fair enough. Let's go.
Okay. So let me set it. So the universe is based on vibration. The universe, the universal code is vibration.
Yes.
And why do we keep coming back? Because we're trying to raise our vibration to. We are the universe. Like what's amazing is we're the universe in a physical form. The universe is trying to learn, and one of the reasons this is how the universe can learn is in a physical form. Because intellectually you can know something, but you have to live it. You have to breathe it, and they call it the Earth School. And we're here to learn, and we're here to raise our vibration. And the higher the vibration, you start going into parallel universes that match that vibration. Does that make sense? Okay, so now there are many parallel universes of you, Opie, exactly like you, at a higher vibration on a parallel universe on Earth at a higher vibration, and it's happening simultaneously right now. Now, here is the experiment that one of the mediums said try, and the medium said be very careful with it. And I'm not going to try it again. It really did startle me. So mirrors are portals. A mirror is a portal.
What?
A mirror is a portal into the parallel universe.
Can you jump through it?
No, but the lighting has to be. When you have to truly believe that when you're looking at your reflection, you're not looking at your reflection. You are looking at you in a parallel universe, because that is real. So the lighting has to be right. What they say is, if you look into the mirror and you look at your reflection, remember, you're looking at a parallel universe at a higher vibration, so everything's going to look exactly the same, almost. So what they say is, if you look at your reflection and truly believe that you're looking at your parallel, you're looking at yourself in a parallel universe and it's not a reflection, things will start to happen. Now, I tried that. I tried it for 2 days and nothing happened. I tried it.
What's trying? You're just staring at yourself in the mirror, hoping.
Right, I don't know how to do it. Right. I was just staring at myself. I'm like, well, this is stupid.
Right.
This ain't working. Where should I look? Where should I stare? And they say the lighting has to be right. Okay. So then I tried it in the bathroom one day. Then I tried it in my bedroom the next day. And nothing was happening. Then on the third day, I tried it here in my living room It was probably like late afternoon. The lighting was perfect. It's not as bright as it is now. I only have it this bright because I'm talking to you. And I'm looking. So I just felt like man, I really believe what they're saying, and I would really like to experience it. So I got really serious, and I really believe, like, Ron, this is not your reflection. This is truly you in a different parallel universe. And what I did is I focused. There was a little bit of white light from the reflection in my blue eyeball, in the middle of my eyeball, right?
Okay.
So I was focusing on the speck of light in my eyeball, in my right eyeball.
Right.
And I just started focusing on that little speck in my eyeball, truly believing that that's not your reflection, Ron. And Opie, so all of a sudden, very, very slowly, and there was a noise, Opie. There was a fucking noise. All of a sudden, can you see my hand like this?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So it starts going from like light to dark or like light to shadow.
Yeah.
And it had a little noise, but it was like Opie, that's the sound. Can you hear that? That's the sound it's making. Okay, so and it's picking up speed, and the sound is getting a little louder now. Okay, I'm like whoa, and I pull back, and I turn around because there's a window directly behind me that faces the driveway, right?
Yeah.
So cars will come up and down the driveway, and when it goes past the window, it will shut off the light and it will get dark in the living room. Do you understand?
Sure.
So I'm thinking, oh, there must be a car coming up and down the driveway, but I didn't hear the car and I didn't hear the beep.
Right.
So I turn around, I look out the window, there's no car. So I'm like, well, I was like, there has to be an explanation for what's happening, because I was like, that's too weird for me. I turn around, I look out the window, there's no car going by. So I'm like, all right, let's try that again. And I said to myself, don't pull back. Let's see what happens, Ron. So I have to refocus. And about, I would say 20 seconds in, here we go.
I'll do the
like, and Opie, I'm not fucking around right now. I was being looked at. Like, I jumped back. Opie, matter of fact, snot flew out of my nose. I went, Wah! Like literally, like I went, Wah! Like that. And Opie, I don't even want to try it again. I went, Wah! Like that. And I jumped back. Snot flew out of my nose.
Yeah.
And I was like, Ron, that just happened. That was real. Opie, I'm not joking. It was, and then the sound stopped, and boom. And I'm telling you, I was being looked at, and it fucking startled me. So, what are your thoughts on that so far?
I think you've been up for days. I think you've taken some mushrooms. I think.
No, fucking, that's 100% real. Now, let me tell you.
Well, I'll tell you this much. What I'm thinking. People listening and watching this right now. By the way, I laugh during it because the comments are they're just terrific. People are just having fun they're just having fun with your story, Ron, and they're making me laugh today. But I don't think you're gonna make everyone like get a little fucking freaked out when they look in the mirror.
Okay, now
what do you think it is, and why didn't you talk to this thing that was looking at you?
Oh, dude, I'm telling you, I literally, it shook me a little bit. I was like, I can't believe that just happened. Now let me do part 2 of the story.
Oh, there's a part 2. Thank God there's a part 2, because I'm like, I was hoping for a little more.
So, I have 2 mirrors in my bedroom that face my bed.
Right.
And
you're a freak, Ron. Ron's a freak. Do you have one on the ceiling too? You freak. Do you have a jungle in your bedroom with mirrors? You freak. The Comac motoring comes to mind.
I got this Coke mirror. No. I want to say this. Before I took my mirrors out of my bedroom, I would wake up every night sweating, profusely sweating and tossing and turning.
Well, that's from the age, Ron.
Opie, every night I wake up and I'm wet and I have to rotate my blanket so I can get a dry part of my blanket. My
Oh,
pillow's
God.
wet. My sheets are wet. Every night. And I toss and I turn. Now, the next day after that event, like the next day, for the first time, I heard this message from one of the mediums I follow.
Yes.
And she said, and I never heard this message before, and she said it so emphatically. Don't ever, I never heard it since either, but this was the message I received the very next day, and there are no coincidences. I was supposed to receive this message. The medium said, don't ever, ever, ever sleep facing a mirror. Matter of fact, don't ever have your mirror facing the bed. And the reason is because I said this already, mirrors are portals. And there are spirits, there are souls, believe it or not, Opie, that are not benevolent, that are mischievous.
Of course.
So what they say is, around that 3:00 hour, they will, if you're facing the mirror, they will feed off your energy to replace their energy because they're starving. And you understand? And they feed it from your face. So if you're facing a mirror while sleeping, believe me, there are spirits who are draining your energy to replenish theirs. Believe it, you can believe it or you're not. Now, go ahead.
I'm just going to say, I love that you're batshit crazy. This rules.
So
And Joseph says, Ron wet. There goes breakfast. Don't talk about you being wet anymore. You're driving my people away.
So, matter of fact, the last night I had my mirrors in the room was the night I woke up and I was like, why am I sweating so much? It didn't make sense.
Right.
So the next day I see this message. Don't ever, ever, ever. There are between the hours of like 3 and 5, that's when they're most powerful and able to, like, through the portal of the mirror. If you're facing the mirror, they can absolutely feed off your energy to replenish theirs because they are starving.
Right.
They're not healthy, and they will instill in you fear and anxiety. Yeah, dude, I would wake up just not feeling rested, and it's disgusting sleeping with when your bed's wet from sweating. So the next day I received
you're sleeping in your own sweat, but also you explained how your mattress has a giant bump in it too. Excuse me.
So now the next day I see that message from the medium and I'm like, fuck it, man. I'm just going to take my mirrors out of the bedroom and let's see what happens. Opie, God is my witness. Please believe me. God is my witness. I have now slept in my bed 4 nights now without the mirrors. Opie, I haven't sweated once. I'm not fucking around, dude.
Whoa.
Opie, I haven't sweated once. I'm not tossing and turning.
Whoa.
Opie, I wake up. Opie, I'm waking up fresh. Opie, I haven't sweated in 4 days. I don't have an explanation for it, and I'm not lying. I don't have an explanation for it, and I will never, ever put mirrors in my bedroom again. And I won't try that experiment again either. But
why didn't the mirror tell you to shave that mustache?
You know what's weird? I was in the West Village the other day, and I was getting catcalls from the boys.
Oh, really? That makes you happy, doesn't it? It makes you happy, Ron.
Look at me, dude. I look butchy.
I'll tell you, when you started talking about the mirror thing, I got a little freaked out. I'm not gonna lie, because every once in a while you come across a video online, and I don't know how they do them, because I think they got to be fucking fake. Where you got a kid looking in a mirror, right, and he's looking at himself, and then next thing you know, the kid kind of like turns his head to the side or something, but the mirror image doesn't turn its head. And then all of a sudden you feel the hair standing up on the back of your neck.
Does that happen to you?
Videos, huh?
Oh, you see? Oh, that's happened to you, or you've seen videos?
No, I've seen the videos. I explained that.
I don't know.
I think they're fake. I'm pretty sure they're fake. I don't know how they do it, but they still scare the hell out of me.
That is not real. But mirrors, not only are mirrors portals, water is a portal. And the medium also said, do yourself a favor. Don't even look at a mirror at 3 a.m. Like just do yourself a favor. Don't even attempt it. Don't look at a mirror at 3 a.m.
Who needs to be told that?
Yeah.
When I wake up at 3 a.m, I bitch that I have insomnia again. I go and take a stupid leak because I'm older now, and then I go back to bed. I'm not sitting there going, "Oh, well, now I might as well look in a mirror. It's 3 a.m."
And I also believe this. The last night I had the mirrors in my bedroom where, Opie, I sweated. I've never sweat so much in my life. Like I had to do laundry in the morning. It was that bad. Like I remember waking up and it was like the sweat was beading on my forearm, and it was like beads of sweat were dripping off my forehead. Like I was in a fucking sauna. Well, because the spirits knew that was the last opportunity.
All right, listen.
I believe that.
Let me be an investigative reporter here. Do you have AC in your house? Is your gay roommate paying the bills where you got some nice AC or a nice fan when you're sleeping in the middle of summer in the hot city?
I have AC and fans going. It's cool in here.
All right. Also, let's not just take the word of the medium. You might want to see a doctor.
I see dead people.
Oh man, I don't like that.
Opie, the truth is, I'm not going to try that experiment again. That was a little too heavy for me. It really was. That was a little too heavy for me. I don't know what to say. I mean, I believe there are parallel universes of us doing exactly this at a higher vibration. And so, go ahead.
No, I've talked to Dr. Steve about that. There is so much life in the universe. Like we can't even comprehend because we have no idea how much fucking space there literally is out there. And Dr. Steve says, no, not only is there someone, very much like you somewhere else in the universe, they're having this exact conversation right now. That part, my brain isn't big enough to understand. He goes, what? When I was having a conversation with Dr. Steve, he's like, not only is there someone exactly like you somewhere else in the universe, there's someone exactly like me in the universe, and we are doing this exact conversation. I'm like, how? That's a mind F right there.
100%.
Yeah, but you know how many versions of me have to be out in the universe for that to be an actual thing? That I can't comprehend that.
So one of the explanations is how is that possible? That, like, by the way, it's just there's thousands of versions of this going on right now in parallel universes, and the universe is receiving billions of scenes a second of our journey, of our path. That's how what they say is, I don't know. It's apparently it's all in frames, and like billions of frames a second are being registered, and I don't know. I'm not sure our human brain can even comprehend it, honestly.
Oh, no, I don't think so. There's things going on out there that our brains are they just suck when it comes to trying to understand that stuff. So Nikolai Tesla, Nikolai Tesla.
Yeah, like a genius.
At the end of his life, he fell in love with a pigeon in New York City. True, look it up, man. Look it up.
Really? Yeah. Nikolai Tesla, who was an absolute fucking genius, like on his deathbed, said, once the scientific world starts focusing on the vibration of the universe, everything will open up.
Well, yeah.
And he says we're not like the scientists now. We're still like they're investigating the physical world. And he goes, once you start investigating the vibration of the universe, all the doors will start to open.
I'm not going to make fun of that because I'm a big meditator, although I slacked off a bit in this summer, but I certainly have meditated this summer, and that's what you're trying to do is get into a nice fucking vibration. You're trying to become one with the universe and what's vibrating out there.
And by the way, listen,
what?
When you're meditating, you're in that vibration. What you're doing is you're connecting to your higher mind.
I understand that. And at that point, I've learned today I'm not looking into a goddamn mirror. Nikola Tesla's weird obsession with pigeons. Tesla was a Serbian-American engineer. He is considered a genius, but he had an eccentric side that many people found difficult. Among Tesla's quirks was his fondness, for pigeons. When living in New York, he spent hours each week feeding pigeons in the park and routinely took home any that were injured so he could nurse them back to health. He often kept the windows open in the hotel suite in which he lived so pigeons could visit when they wished. A horrible mess. He once even asked a hotel chef to prepare a special mix of seeds for his feathered friends. Tesla's acquaintances found his passion for pigeons puzzling because the inventor was a well-known germaphobe. Huh?
Yeah, apparently he died like penniless, essentially homeless. Hold on, did you say he kept his windows open for the pigeons?
Yeah, but the pigeons aren't going to fly in your window. That's stupid. They're not going to do that. They're not going to do that. Yeah, go ahead.
When I first moved to New York City and I was living on the Upper West Side on 93rd and Riverside Park, I kept my window open and I went to work, and it was one of those like summer massive fucking storms. And when I came back like 8 hours later, my room was covered in shit and feathers. It was bad. I couldn't, like, there was so much pigeon shit. Like, my entire room was covered in pigeon shit and feathers. I didn't know what to do. Oh my God.
What bar did you pick up this thing from, Ron? Hey, Tesla never married, but he admitted to falling in love with a very special white pigeon that visited him regularly. I told you. He reportedly said, I loved that pigeon as a man loves a woman, and she loves me. As long as I had her, there was purpose to my life. Tesla's bachelor lifestyle likely stemmed from his belief that intimacy would interfere with the scientific research. I do not think you can name many great inventions that have been made by married men, he said. Man, Ron, you might be the next Tesla. Not married. You don't want to have a marriage that gets in the way of your crazy ass thoughts, Ron.
Opie, while you have the testing open, like, what are some of the things he invented? Like, I don't even know, but I know they changed mankind. Some of his inventions.
I don't
know. Right?
He was into the free electricity thing.
Yeah, something like that.
We shouldn't be paying for electricity. I know that, and I also know that he was fighting it out with the Edison, and they decided to take Edison's way than Tesla's way. I know that much.
Right. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, Ron. I gotta go.
I'll just say before you go, I would say the backdrop today is probably the best backdrop I've done so far with you. That is a beautiful. You got the sun, you got the blue sky. Well, it looks like the humidity's low.
Well, no, it sucks. I love being out at the ocean. This is where I want to be, but I got the kids and they're in school and they love their friends and all that. So I gotta do right by my family. But
when does school start?
They're going to start in like 10 days or something like that.
Oh,
but
okay.
This is what sucks about living at the ocean. It doesn't suck to be out here, obviously, but the sunrise just starts coming up over the ocean when it's time to go back to that crappy city. The whole summer, this sunrise was way over here, where you can't even really look at it.
Yeah.
It keeps moving across the sky. You understand how the sun works, right, Ron?
I do.
All right.
I do.
So, but always a pleasure, Ron.
Yeah. And I'm going to say it one more time. I don't want anyone to misunderstood what I said. What happened to me looking in that mirror was 100% fucking real. I'm telling you.
See, Ron, I love you.
I'm telling you.
I do love you. But I also know you do a lot of like edibles.
I do. I got a 50 milligram in me now.
Well, that's why you're fucking seeing things in a mirror, Ron.
And I want to leave you with this. I'm going to leave you with this, and I promise you, if you start thinking like this, your world will start to slowly change for the better. If you that's funny.